Well, it's time. Time for another episode of JAYSTRAYS. This is JAYSTRAYS episode 10. Well, we're doing something off the beaten path as always. We're like on a mountain peak, okay? We've found provisional camp spot, and apparently some primitive camping had taken place, and some other debris was left here from others that have partaken of this space, but that's no problem for us here at JAYSTRAYS. So what we're doing here is we're doing a little field testing here on JAYSTRAYS episode 10. Normally we go pretty far off the beaten path. There's a city off in the distance, but I'm up here in the mountains, as you can see, 365. I'm on top of this little peak. A few episodes ago, you could see the peak over there across the way. There's Peavine. So I'm like making my way up the Sierra here. And what we're going to be doing is I have a new type of tent that I'm going to be using for the first time. And that tent is called the Lost Canyon. And the Lost Canyon is kind of an inexpensive option. There's a lot of people that have Jeeps, and they do certain things to them, and for me, aesthetics is a lot of things to me. So part of it is utility, part of it is functionality. So some guys get like whatever, a cage or whatever that goes over the back, or a cap or whatever. Then they put like a rooftop tent. Well, we actually have something that is not a rooftop tent. It is a tent that actually fits the dimensions of the back of my Gladiator. This is a 2020 Jeep Gladiator, and I'm sure all 4 years of the Gladiator are covered. It comes in a nice little bag like so, and so we're going to be demonstrating how to use that bad boy, and we'll also let you know how it is. It might be something you might want to invest in if you're a guy that has a Jeep truck like myself. Otherwise, welcome, thanks for joining me, and gonna get a campfire going here soon, so hey, stick around. Okay, well, we like to keep it fresh and funky here at JAYSTRAYS. So we had to kind of provisionally get the fire pit ready to go. We do this in sequences because otherwise there's just too much footage. So what we try to do is kind of scale things down a little bit. And again, thanks for joining me. As you can see, I've got this like epic campground. If you can see in the video, I'm sure more lighting, the mood lighting, will change things here in just a moment. We've got our provisional Coleman. We got some staging areas for some food that we're about to be cooking here. And then we're using our trusty fire starter that we create. And I told you good folks about this before, and I didn't use it in the last time I had told you. But I basically save the dryer sheets from doing laundry. Instead of just throwing them away in the trash, I collect them in a little Ziploc, and then I'm able to repurpose them as a tinder for my fires. So we got a little teepee fire, as it were. You guys can see that in the video. We'll see how she does. Just a week ago, we had an epic blizzard in the Sierra. It was all over the news. Lake Tahoe got 10 feet of snow. And part of this, content creation is logistics. And some of the content creators that are out there, they're living out of their vehicles, or they're, living out of their vans, and then they just kind of freely roam all over the place. For me, I kind of, you know, stage my stuff based on utility, and it, you know, there's just so much out there, and mine is about bringing a little bit of light in the whole world of darkness. You know, crazy wars and you know, poverty and homelessness and all kinds of things that have not been addressed. It's just like you want to give these people some sort of outreach, because maybe they're stuck in a tent living on a sidewalk somewhere, and all that they have is like a cell phone. You know what I mean? Like, you know, they're like on some sort of like whatever subsidies, and this could give them some, you know, fuel, give them some fuel in their belly, and be able to enjoy the outdoors. You know, it's just like I feel really bad for the people on Skid Row in my own city. You know, it's just like you see the homelessness, and you want to know how you can give back. And it's just like, for me, it's, I'm trying to reach a wider audience than just like you know, kind of more like a street team would. But nonetheless, I believe that um, you know, we're here uh, like we used to give advice on you know, how to receive government benefits, right? That was my previous channel. uh, this one's more about you know, sharing the outdoors and getting out there, and you know, there's a lot of people that are doing a lot of different things. I'm not really a person that tries to copy people, so my logistics are more in line with, I mean, this is just kind of a disclaimer, you know, I work full-time for the government. I think I've said that before. And I'm a student. I'm a law student. So the law student thing is one of those things that the reason why this video is a little bit long is because, you know, we didn't really get a chance to make a video last week because two things: the blizzard, and we had a midterm. We're in criminal justice. That's the class that we're in. So that's kind of a disclaimer, you know. Plus I have a side hustle on top of the social media. So, you know, it's just like, hey, you know, I ain't trying to make money on this. I'm not trying to, you know, I'm just here to try to like give folks some, you know, some helpful ideas and some initiative, and to tap into local resources, because that helps reduce your carbon footprint. You know what I mean? It's just like you can utilize and repurpose things, like I told you about those dryer sheets. So that's just kind of part of what we're doing here. We're trying to impart some street knowledge that we've got. We're reaching out to those that are less fortunate, and we want to give back, because that's who we are here at JAYSTRAYS. So I really appreciate you joining me, and we got some great vittles coming up here. I'm gonna let that fire get going, and then we'll get the food pre-prepped, and then we'll get this wonderful tent we call the Lost Canyon set up in the back of the Jeep Gladiator. So yeah, it looks like we got a pretty decent night. Thanks for joining me. Okay, so we've got our friend here, the Lost Canyon NFT 2. It's pretty cool. It doesn't cost that much for those that are looking for an option that isn't going to take too much money and is going to have a lot of utility. It comes with this cool rope light. All you got to have is like a little power bank for that. You've got your standard issue instructions, and those are, you know, helpful, of course. And then we got, you know, really solid construction. You know, we got the poles here, and then we've got both the rainfly and the tent itself. So we're gonna pull this bad boy out and start assembling. We'll see how well the lighting holds up here. You know, I'm doing the best I can with lighting. I've got 3 different light sources. Perhaps a 4th will be necessary in the near future for adventures. I do have the moon, though. Hey, you know, so I've got this, like, you know, somewhat of a crescent moon. I'm trying to help out. But hey, JAYSTRAYS. See how we do it. All right, so far we got this thing attached to the back of the Gladiator. You know, you gotta find points underneath the vehicle in order to secure the straps once you put all of the tent poles in. So, you know, you got to be mindful of that. The last kind of step that needs to go here is putting on the rain tarp, or rain fly as it were. So this is another one of those things that I live in a place that is very inclement weather, and being up in the mountains, you never know what kind of weather you could be encountering on any given day. So it's in one's best interest to secure the rain fly as well. So it's kind of wide. It's got little hooks on it, so you got to be careful because the hooks get tangled up. It makes it a little harder for you to deploy. So keep that in mind when assembling. All right, so we finally got the Lost Canyon up. You know, this tent is kind of spacious in here. It's got lots of room, so you know we're gonna be outfitting our tent here in just a brief moment with all the accoutrements, so one can have a pleasurable sleep. So, well, I know it's kind of dark in here, but once I put the rope light up, it'll be more inviting. Stay tuned. Well, finally got some light on the subject. So, you know, the tent, Lost Canyon, if you can see that, I think it's illuminated. So we spare no expense when it comes to our comfort. So we have a futon that we're able to just bring along. We got a nice Coleman. It's a 20-degreer, perfect for this sort of environment. We got some extra blankets for whatever catastrophe, water buffalo, whatever. Even additional coats and things. So the rope light comes along with it. You can mount it. There's little mounts on the ceiling. I prefer it to kind of just be its own little light bulb personally, because then I can kind of direct all of its light in one spot. Plus the power bank itself has got its own light. And so this is a good little setup. So now we got our fire is doing pretty well. We're going to get ready to cook our dinner for this evening, and then we can retire to, you know, the Coleman Hotel, as it were. You know, Coleman, quality you can count on. Welcome to JAYSTRAYS. You can see the pillow in the back there. Home sweet home. Yeah, home is a Coleman, right? All right. And then we just got the city lights in the background. We're up here in the mountains. We got this nice fire rolling. JAYSTRAYS, episode 10. Thanks for joining. All right, so we got our little field pan here. It's great for the outdoors. I cook on the open fire with this sort of thing here. And so what we got here is got a little water rolling, so we can Actually, just a touch more. There we go. So we can get some rice going. And the rice is actually gonna be part of the stuffing. We got some Mexican rice that we're gonna be putting in here, and you know, good old Nor comes through. If you can see that, yeah, Nor. So we got the Nor gonna be going in, and we're gonna be doing a wonderful thing that some of you folks are familiar with, I'm sure. We're going to be doing some campfire bell peppers, stuffed bell peppers. Okay, so that's what we're up to today. And so we got our bell peppers rocking and rolling. We're going to get, you know, we got our wonderful spatula, of course, brought to you by Coleman. Quality you can count on. And then we'll start getting these guys prepped. Let's get this thing rolling on the fire, which is kind of cool. Rolling on the fire. So we've been building the coals here for quite a bit. So we got a good fire going here. I think I just kind of fronted it a little bit. That's okay. We're trying to create a platform here. So, great news is, because I'm a chef, I always keep tongs with me at all times. There we go. Create a little platform so you can get this water boiling. There you go, folks. Doing it on the open fire. That's how we roll. Try to be as authentic as possible here. We got our nice orange skillet. So we're just going to bring that up to a boil. Get our rice going. We can reserve that. Then we've got some lovely ground beef that we'll be cooking, making our mixture, and then we'll be, you know, finishing that with our campfire stuffed bell peppers. Stay tuned. JAYSTRAYS. All right, so I got our bell pepper concoction here. We're getting these stuffed, ready to go here. There's one. Be as liberal as you want. That's how it works. All right, and then I'm going straight into the fire with these guys. With just a little repositioning. Whoops-a-daisy. A little repositioning here. Just want to show you guys. So we got our fire roasted, stuffed campfire bell peppers. Okay. Welcome to JAYSTRAYS. That's how we do it. Got a pretty beautiful night out here. I don't know how good this comes out on my GoPro, but I give it a hell of a view. Okay, so fresh off the fire, got a nice fire roasted, stuffed bell peppers. Oh my goodness, we'll see what we got here. Looks really good. I'm gonna cut it some more. Oh my God. The Lord provideth. last but not least, we're going to have some real German chocolate. And we have some marshmallows. We got some graham crackers. And right over here is our little setup. And get that on the fire. So we got our s'more going on the fire here. See how it comes out.